Better put my phone on vibrate. Hi, guys. Let's see who is out there tonight. Let's see what's going on. Here I am. Okay. You guys, this could be interesting because tonight I am. Oh no. Let's see if I can. Okay. Hi, guys. This is going to be interesting because tonight I'm out of town. So no Coco, no Bailey, no family, just peace and quiet. It's terrible. Just kidding. It's not at all terrible. But no Garrett and no Dave. So can you all imagine what might happen this evening? Okay. I think I'm in the right live. Trace fan, did you join? Give me a thumbs up if that's you. Cindy, you joined. Hello. Wow, lots of you. Karen, Leslie, Ann, Nicole, Renna. You guys are amazing. Hi, I'm so happy everybody is here. So last week was wild. You guys were at my house, which was so much fun. I loved having you all there. And hi, guys. Coco, you got to see sweet little Coco. Wasn't she the cutest little thing? Oh my gosh, she's incredible. And Bailey was there. My mom and dad were there. 3 of my grandkids were there. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Famous Wheat. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Hi, Proud Sprouts. So happy to see everyone tonight. I'm trying to go into a little different area. Gigi's here. Hello. This is great. Are you on vacation? Yes, I am on vacation. So I am in Florida visiting with some friends, and I'm having a great time. Yeah, I'm on vacation, and doesn't mean that I'm not going to stop and chat. In fact, on oh, hi guys, hello. On Wednesday, same place, same time, Wednesday night, I am going to do another makeup tutorial. Also, this is quite the angle for that dress. Got to fix that. So on Wednesday, we're going to talk about a makeup chat, and I'm going to do a tutorial. And if you're watching and you wear makeup tonight, let me know what you think you might be interested in seeing. I will, let me just fix this real quick, you guys. I will do whatever you guys want. If you've got like an idea and if there's something that you really want to see. But what I was thinking about doing is a makeup tutorial for summer, something for warm weather, something that lasts, doesn't settle into your fine lines and wrinkles, doesn't make you look glittery, but is glowy. Because thank you guys too for all the birthday wishes. So many of you wished Gabriella a happy birthday. And that was so thoughtful of you. But so with Gabriella's birthday, oh no, that's not the one. I can't see any comments. Oh my gosh, so many of you are here now. So with Gabriella's birthday, tons of you were wishing her a happy birthday, and she felt so special. So thank you guys for doing that. But Wednesday, I'm going to do a little tutorial on makeup that lasts a long time, that's great for those of us that are not 25 or 30. And if you are 25 or 30, you can wear any makeup you want. So do that. It's incredible. I loved those days. If you're not 25 or 30, glowy, dewy makeup can be difficult. And I want to do a tutorial with a few items. I think I have maybe like 5 items in the entire show. And you can do a full, very, very pretty, dewy face with just that many items. And it's not going to have a lot of glitter or shimmer. And I'm going to take you step by step. So that's coming up on Wednesday. Good afternoon. You love the background. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, Gigi's here. She says, I love those bars. Yes. Wow, there are a lot of you joining. It's Monday, right? Hey, Heather. Hi. Happy belated birthday. Hi, Janice. Yes. JR just joined the room. All kinds of people. Well, I am on vacation, and I wonder, should I tell the story? Should I? Yeah. Okay. I have a story for all of you, and I can see that I need to move over a little bit because y'all's comments are right on my face. Can we move the camera over this way just a little tiny bit? Oh, thank you. It looks really pretty, right? Do you guys want to try to guess? Sailboats? Maybe a little bit more. Thank you. This way. Trying to get so that the comments aren't a little more, almost there. Okay. And then I think I might need to adjust my lighting. Who said Miami? Brave. How did you know? Yes, I'm going to change my lighting real quick, guys. I got to tilt it down just a little bit. Let's see how that works. Cover that, go that, and maybe move it in a little bit more. And maybe bring that one down a little. Can you guys see me okay? Sorry, it's taking me a second to get all set up because I've got a great friend helping me, thank God, or I would really be in trouble. Okay, so yes, I'm in Florida. Greece, oh, I don't know. If I was in Greece, I love you, but I don't think that I might show up if I was in Greece, just to tell you all. I live in Florida at one time. I know. That's right. You do know it. Who's saying chocolate gut renew bars are so decadent, like a chocolate rice crispy treat? I may have gone out and had cocktails last night. It's going to be a struggle. With chips on top. Yes. They're so delicious. Oh, goodness. Hi, everybody. Fun Crab, hello. I travel a lot, and I travel for work. I travel for fun. It's something that is kind of my guilty pleasure. And I wanted to visit with you. And before you all come into the comments, I know that we've talked about Gut Renew a couple of times already. We've had so many new people asking us about Gut Renew in the last few weeks. We've had hundreds of brand new people shop with our family here. So it is going to be a show about the Gut Renew bars, but I'm not only going to talk about the Gut Renew bars. I'm also going to talk about some other ways that you can help like a good transition for your summer travels, ways that you can decrease your bloat, ways that you can kind of punch out and relax and feel centered and feel like you're in the moment on vacation. And then I'll tell a story about what happened to me that I hope never happens to any of you on my flight out here. Can anybody guess what it was? It's really bad. Here we go. Somebody is saying Gut Renew is the only item that people are still loving. So you are, okay, I travel all of the time. Good. Hi, Valid Chowder. So there are tons and tons of you that are jumping on right now and saying hello. And what we're going to cover tonight is the Gut Renew bars. And one of the reasons that I want to talk about the Gut Renew bars is because number one, they're very different than a standard protein bar. They are all about, they're like a protein bar, but this is a protein bar that has digestive support. It offers you clean energy, so there's no crash afterwards. It's completely plant-based, so it's a very clean, steady, easy to digest. There's barely any sugar. There's like 2 grams of sugar. If you don't feel well, especially when you're traveling, you're not centered and you don't feel, I don't know, you're spending the money, you're taking the time off of work. I want you to have a great vacation, and I want you to feel your very best. Now, obviously, Gut Renew isn't only for when you travel. It's for when you're a busy mom or a busy dad or a busy grandma and you're on the run and you just need a very quick, high protein, but still plant protein, easy to digest, immunity support, sustainability, all of the things that make us feel vital is what the Gut Renew bars are for. So it isn't just a fuel. It's not just a protein bar. It's a fuel that really, really helps your body feel the fuel. So they are loaded with a ton of ingredients, and I'm going to get into all of them. But that's what we're talking tonight. The coupon code is still working. Heather20 is still working. So you guys make sure that, oh no, somebody guessed it. Ice stopped me. Nope, ice didn't stop me. That's not what happened. Love the bars. Always have them in my purse. I love the chocolate ones. They're so good. Someone says, I'm so happy you're here. Hi. Oh, okay, hold on. Now I got to go back for a minute because this is what happens. I start giving you all information and then there's so many people talking in the chat. Is the sugar from stevia? I don't believe so. I think that the sugar is coming from monk fruit in the bars. But let me give you a couple of details. Heather 20 is going to take 20% off your total order. So use that. You can only use it once. So like load your cart up, take a look at everything. If you want to buy makeup early before Wednesday, I'll tell you, I'm going to talk about foundation, concealer, shimmer eyeshadow. All the lipsticks are back in stock and a couple other things. So if you want to stock up right now and buy that for Wednesday, because I'll go through a full tutorial, then you can save 20% off from everything. But if you are feeling like who needs gut renew? There are so many people that need gut renew. If you're feeling just like you're bloated, like you're not your best, you don't have energy, you're crashing in the middle of the afternoon, you're running out for coffees, you've got like the bloat all the way up to the top of your tummy, or it seems like anything you eat, you're still lethargic and you're still tired, you've got brain fog. These are all things that I've heard from people that really have loved taking the gut renew bars. Clearly, they're for anybody using the entire system as well. But this is for somebody who craves that candy bar, that milkshake, that late afternoon cookie shake. We all know who we are, right? Somebody's talking about the chocolate. Yes. Oh gosh. Every day. Hi guys. I love both flavors and I eat a bar for breakfast. That's a good idea, Patricia. I got a message from somebody on Instagram a couple of days ago, and I thought this was really interesting. So if you're somebody that can eat dairy, she said that she chops up the peanut butter and the chocolate, and then she warms milk, lets them soak in the milk, and she kind of like mashes them and turns it into almost like a breakfast, like porridge type of a thing. I haven't tried it yet, but she said that they're really delicious. So we'll have to see. Gosh, this chat also keeps bouncing back. Oh gosh. Okay, now everybody's talking about what might have happened at the airport. I'll tell you about this and then we'll talk about the airport story. So in the gut renew bars, they're my go-tos. I absolutely love them. They're a high quality plant protein, easy to digest. They are going to give you like a sustained energy, and there's two different flavors. I personally love both of them and I do mix them. Sometimes I'll cut a bar in half and then I'll sandwich them. And then I have a chocolate crisp peanut butter. So you guys haven't tried that yet, but I'm gonna make an attempt to come up front and I'm gonna start with the chocolate first. This seems to be the one that a lot of you are talking about in the chat. So let me move up really quickly. Okay, here's the chocolate. And you can see that they're jam-packed. So there's chocolate all the way through. You're going to get all of this gooey goodness. It looks like a chocolate Rice Krispie bar with chocolate chips on the top. You'll notice right away too, when you get them home, they're super fresh. They stay like, they're so crispy. There's around 13 to 15 grams of protein, a couple grams of sugar. What this is for me is it is not my Snickers bar. It's not my Reese's Pieces. It's not something that's going to have me crash throughout the day at all. So that's why I love them for kind of that every day. In the chocolate, incredible ingredients. So they're made with an organic pea crisp. Pea crisp is incredible because it's another version of a protein. So you're getting protein, you're getting crunch, and you're still staying clean and organic. Just like our gut renew system, you are going to get your prebiotic fibers. Artichoke is one of them. You're going to get your green superfoods as well. Spirulina, as we know. Spirulina is great for detoxifying the system. It's great if you carry a lot of water, if you're looking to kind of get rid of that bloat under the eye. You're going to have green superfoods, jam-packed. So kales, spinaches, sea minerals in these as well. Sea minerals, if you're not familiar with what they do, they're incredible for body function. Digestive enzymes, they help your food break down so that you're actually going to absorb all of the nutrients. They also have a lot of anti-inflammatory ingredients, which, you know, if you fly, a lot of times you've got kind of the puffiness under the eyes and your socks are tight and your shoes are tight, everything, right? So these are some of the things that they have, guys. And so, oh, hold on. Somebody's telling me something else. Spirulina and chlorin also prevent gray hairs. Do they really? Who said that? I did not know that. So yes, you can use the discount once a month. I'm going to talk about how many bars are in each box because I tend to go through these pretty quickly. You're going to get 10 bars in each box. You can use the discount once a month. There's been people in this chat kind of sharing little different secrets with each other. I've heard rumors that people have used it more than once. You didn't hear that from me. Hopefully no one at work is watching right now. But yes, quick chowder, I agree. I'm sad that they're not giving. Oh no. Shoot, you guys. Somebody says I only had chocolate, but notice that it did raise my glucose. So I'm only eating half at a time. That was Annie in Missouri. All right. Well, I happen to love the chocolate and I love the peanut butter. I told you a little bit about the chocolate. You're still going to get that incredible rich chocolate. There's cacao, great flavors in them again. Now let's get into the peanut butter. They are so good. I'm going to show you the difference because the peanut butter is a peanut butter crunch and so is the chocolate. The chocolate is a chocolate crunch, but you can see a texture difference. So you see how the peanut butter is very smooth. The peanut butter stays very creamy and it feels almost like a slight nougat consistency. They're really dense and they're very, very rich. They taste incredible. And then one more look at the chocolate. If you guys can see that, I hope. On vacation. Okay, so in the peanut butter, basically the same ingredient, except for you're going to have natural and organic nut butters, peanut butter. It tastes like you are eating the inside of a Reese's peanut butter cup. I mean, they are some of the best protein bars, gut health, sustained energy. You're balancing. It's your superfood proteins. It's your prebiotic, your postbiotics. It is everything in one quick snack bar. 13 to 14 grams of protein, just a couple grams of sugar as well. Hi, guys. Thank you, Valiant Lunch. I appreciate your comments. That's really, really sweet of you. Okay. Oh, I wish that you guys could use that discount code more than once. I know. I passed it on. But somebody said that they figured out a way. I don't know if it was a separate, I'm not sure exactly what they did, but somebody told me that they did find a way. Oh, hi. Annie, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I really, really love you. The peanut butter is great. If you want to do a little layered, this is what I do. So I take half of a bar. And if you want to know how big the bars are, I just took them and cut them in half. So they're around the size of a deck of cards. They're also about as thick of it as a deck of cards and maybe not quite as wide. So if you're wondering how big the bars are, and then if you want to do a super, super good superfood sandwich, this is how you would do it. Take them, bite them off, and now you've got a chocolate crunch peanut butter bar that's incredible. We've talked a lot recently about gut health and why it's so important to maintain a consistent, balanced, healthy gut. If you've heard me say this before, I apologize. I have new people that are joining around every 10 minutes. So I just want to cover the way that you ingest your food and how your gut works and maybe why it's been slowing down as you're older and then what to look for. Like, how do I know that I need these bars? Here's how I knew that I was having gut issues. I was suddenly really bloated. It was 3 times worse when I traveled. I couldn't eat the foods that I wanted to eat anymore. I didn't have the same sustained energy, but more than anything, all the way up top, this all the way was so incredibly bloated. And I went to the doctor, I had my blood work done, and I was not absorbing my vitamins and minerals. So that was a problem. Once I started to balance my gut and I take the prebiotic, the probiotic, I also take Gut Renew, and I do the travel bars as well. So just to kind of level everything out, I am on the full gut health formula. But what I didn't realize is when you eat your food, it travels down into the stomach. Stomach is not in the middle. Stomach is over here on the right. Then it goes from your stomach into your digestive tract and into the intestines. You will have a natural acid that helps to kind of massage that, break that down. You're going to absorb your minerals and vitamins that way, and you're going to absorb your food that way. As we age, we start to lose that acid a little bit. So you've got to start to feed back the healthy parts that we're losing, and you've got to give back. So what happens is there's a give and a take. The flora balance and the microbiome of the stomach is incredibly important, especially as we age. And Suzanne used to say all the time, as we age, our parts just age with us. So everything starts to kind of slow down. The bars they're just, they're so good. They taste like a chocolate bar or like a peanut butter crunch, like a candy bar. So they're really, really, really nice. I love them. Oh, somebody orange. Hi guys. So good to have you all here. Oh no, somebody say something mean. I haven't seen it yet if they did, you guys. Now, I don't want to go back and read it if they said something mean. Oh no. Oh gosh. Yep, I can't read if somebody says a mean comment. All right, I'm going to get back into the bars and talk about vacation. I'd love to chat with you guys too. Tell me about where are you going on vacation this summer? What are you doing? How is your gut health? Anybody that's currently taking the Gut Renew bars, I'd love for you to kind of chime in and tell me what changed for you and how quickly it changed. And then I'll give you a little bit of my backstory. I joined Suzanne's company just around a month ago, and first couple of weeks was some training. I worked with Suzanne at the network a long, long time ago, and she became a very good friend of mine and a mentor. And then when they were looking to start to expand the business and host more lives each weekly, they called me, and I had a great talk with Alan, and he said that he and Suzanne had spoken early on about when the business grew to be a certain size, who would they bring in? And she and I were good friends. And she said, I think that Heather would be a good fit. So that made me feel really good. And so many of you have been very, very, very kind and welcoming. And I've had tons of really, really nice comments on social media. Last week, I did some cooking with my family, and hundreds of you were there to watch that. So thank you guys for all of the support on that as well. So Gut Renew products, Lillian says it took me 2 years on Gut Renew, and I've gotten my health so much better, and now I have more energy. I can relate. I've been taking Gut Renew for 3 months, the supplements for 2 months. I started the bars at the same time as I started the supplements. The bars are just that quick grab and go. If you're running right after work, you're going into, let's say that you've got some sort of a late night dinner and you don't want to get those afternoon snacks. It's going to replace that candy bar. It's going to replace a lot of things. Someone says, where's the family? Oh goodness. Well, for all I know, I think she's coming back. I know that she was very popular, so we'll have to see. Someone says it was so wonderful to meet your family. That is so cool. Thank you guys. My mom and my dad and my daughter and my grandkids were joining me last week. If I missed the meals, a bar help a lot. These are really, really helpful. I completely agree with you. What they do for me is because it's a plant protein and they absorb really fast, I feel satiated right away. And I don't know if you're like this, and tell me in the chat if you are. Oh gosh, Gigi, that's a great idea. Gigi says she's breaking her bars up into her yogurt like they're a parfait. And have any of you ever tried to heat them up? Because somebody told me they mix them in a warm milk. So let me know if you guys have done that before. That is a great idea. So much like a lot of people, when I get into candy and when I get into sugar, I can't stop myself. I will eat Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies like they're the Pez dispenser candies. And I just keep going and going and going and going. And what will happen is they're not digesting quickly. They're giving me a huge insulin spike. I feel this high, and then there's this bad crash. And then 15, 20 minutes after, I'm bloated. I don't feel good, and I'm overly full. What's different about a bar like Gut Renew is it's not just a protein bar. This is protein with digestion support. It's got immunity support. It is completely clean and natural and organic. You're going to get about 13 to 15 grams of protein and about 2 grams of sugar. They taste delicious. The protein in them is really important too, because they're plant-based proteins, and plant-based protein helps to digest really quickly. So sorry if this is too scientific. I know that getting together with the family and cooking a million things is a ton of fun, but there's also times that we're on the road. We don't have time to do all of that. And I wanted to show something that for me has been a really, really big travel hack. It has made me feel really good while I'm on the road, because what doesn't feel good is when I pull over and I get candy bars and sodas and things like that. Somebody says, I just got 3 more boxes. Oh, good. I'd love to see it. Oh, okay. I got to put my glasses on to see this. Who's the same way with sugar? Caring Salsa. I'm the same way with sugar. The bars help that. Yes. You watched twice? Sugar Plum or Sour Plum rather, is saying that you watched it 2 times. What, didn't Coco look so sweet? My little granddaughter Coco came over and she was dressed like a little strawberry. She was darling. Oh, yes. Valid Chowder says it's really helping me to get the extra protein that we need. Yes. Wise Drink says I get them in the car. I wanted to talk about the packaging because I live in the Midwest, clearly. I'm in Miami right now for a few days, and then I'm heading to Pennsylvania. But when you live in a very hot weather climate, the friend that I'm here visiting lives here all year round. When you live in a really hot weather climate, you tend to get a lot of questions about packaging and melting. I'll get right into it for you. I'm going to show you what we did. So first of all, the chocolate has a lot of chocolate in it. This is packed with all kinds of like ooey gooey chocolate chips. You are getting, let me tell you about the ingredients one more time, because I want you to see. It's organic pea crisp, prebiotic fibers, artichoke. You're getting superfood foods, kale, spinach, spirulina, sea minerals. Sea minerals are going to help your body function. Digestive enzymes are going to help to break the food down. Anti-inflammatory ingredients, so you're not going to be that puffy, especially when you travel a lot and you get that kind of travel puff. The ingredients, turmeric and ginger, are all natural, and those are massive anti-inflammatories. And then your probiotics obviously are going to help to balance your tummy's microbiome. This is what the bar looks like, and I'm going to show the packaging really quickly, okay? On the inside, it's completely foiled with silver. I pride myself in being honest and direct, and I want you to understand exactly what you're getting. If these heat up in your car, they are going to melt. It's just, they're made with clean, natural, organic ingredients. So you can see these chocolate chips. Like if you left chocolate chip cookies in your car, the chocolate chips are going to melt. Just like a chocolate chip cookie, they're going to melt. But what happens is if you bring them in, pop them in the fridge or pop them in the freezer, they're going to come right back together again, and you're going to get this beautiful bar back. So don't leave them in the car, or just wait until it's not summer, or put them in like a little cooler or something like that. The foiling on the inside of the packaging helps to sustain and maintain the integrity of the ingredients, which then helps with the efficacy of the digestive enzymes, the prebiotics and the probiotics, the ginger, the turmeric, all the sea minerals, all the great things that we're buying the bars for. So there's a couple of pieces of information. Somebody says, oh, I love the bars and the prebiotic gummies. Yes, the prebiotic gummies are incredible. The postbiotic gummies, actually. Yeah, because the pre is the little berries, but the postbiotic are the pineapple banana. I love them as well. I'm going to hang with you guys in the chat. I love them. They're a great way to start the day. Yep. Somebody says, I love your set and your background. Annie, it's so beautiful, isn't it? I am in Miami right now, vacationing for a few days, and the weather has been extraordinary. All of these gorgeous sailboats are in the back. Is incredible. Okay, somebody is saying that you need beauty stuff. I hear you. I have some beauty stuff coming in. I wanted to make sure that before I got into doing some of the big beauty products, again, I want to make sure that when I come out and I share with all of you, I understand the product, I know it, I feel really confident in talking about it. And although I've been a beauty expert and I've worked with I think in my career, I've worked with over 2,000 brands, and I worked with Suzanne for many, many years. It it's important that I get back in, I brush up on it, I make sure that I'm completely educated, I understand what's happening with all of those products. So I will be doing beauty. Stay patient. I can't wait. And I'm going to pass that on to the team because I know that Suzanne's granddaughters love their shows. They're not going anywhere. Family's going to continue to shop with all of you. So make sure that you continue to shop with them as well. And I will let them know that you guys are looking for some beauty because that's great. Yes, sea minerals. I thought that the sea mineral thing was good too. And I've understood sea minerals, but they're really good for optimizing your body's overall function and performance. And that's something else. You know, you can get protein bars anywhere. I've had so many protein bars that give me gas, bloating, like bad indigestion. The protein is hard to process. There's certain proteins that I just can't. We're using easy to digest plant proteins. So if you've got leaky gut or if you've got kind of a sensitive stomach, we seem to find that a lot of women right after menopause, this becomes kind of a big deal. If that was you, let me know. So yes, sea minerals, all about the functions. Both are on subscription. Lots of people are saying that. Oh, someone's talking about how beautiful the jewelry is. I agree with you. Leslie has lots of beautiful jewelry. Absolutely. Candid Cider says the beauty products are so good. Can't tell me what you like. I'd love to hear like which of your favorites. This is so good. Also, some of you were talking about some of the girls. I sure miss Violet and Camellia. They're coming back. They'll be back here. True Caviars says, I love your shows. Thank you. That's so sweet. Boy, the bars are great. When are the shows going to be on Facebook? Noble Curry, thank you for asking. The shows are not going to be broadcast on Facebook, whether it's my shows or the granddaughter shows, Camellia, Violet, all the girls. So what we did is we streamlined and we brought it to the website because that way you didn't have to take multiple steps to purchase a product. Before you would watch the show and then you had to take multiple steps. This was a decision that the company made before I joined. And so far, I know that, hundreds and hundreds of you every week. I've had thousands of you watching and shopping. So I want to give a shout out to all of you that are having a good time and doing that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Somebody says, my grandson loves the bars. Interesting. You know, my grandsons were over a couple days ago and they were running by. Cash picked one up, took a quick bite of it like he does everything, and then set it aside. But I don't know that it was because he didn't like it. I kind of think it was because there were suckers downstairs. So lesson learned from this grandma, maybe don't leave the suckers downstairs. That's really a good idea. Someone says, I break the bars up when I want to be a little naughty. Gigi, and the ice cream? That is a really, really good idea. Let me see if I can move a little bit. Someone's talking about the ads. Putting it on ice cream is excellent. Nice. My family's cooking show was awesome. Oh, thank you, Lillian. I really love that show. I was thinking about maybe, should I make it a monthly show? Like I could do it twice a month. If you love the seasoning, if you guys thought that cooking show was fun, it was a ton of fun. And also lots of you have asked me about the recipes. I will be posting the recipes. I left to go on vacation very early the next morning. I left at 4 a.m. And then in like the last 15 minutes of the show, which is coming up soon, in the last 15 minutes, I'm going to tell you guys what happened to me at the airport. So, Vicky is saying since she started taking the prebiotics and the postbiotics, I don't have acid reflux. I'm finding the exact same thing. And again, in full transparency, I'm not just doing the gut renew bars. I do the shakes. I take the prebiotic, the probiotics, the postbiotics, and I do gut renew. Some of you are asking if you can have more than one a day. I do. I eat a couple of them a day. And I want to give you a couple of ingredients too, because I've talked about the protein and I have talked about the sugar. So you're getting 10 servings. There's 200 calories if you're going to pick up either of them. They're nice and low in sodium. There's only 23 grams of carbohydrate, which isn't bad at all, considering that the carbohydrates in the crunch are coming from a plant-based protein, and it's a protein that's known for digesting well. Typically, you're going to get into, other things that if you have any sort of gluten intolerance, or if you, as you're aging, you're just getting a little bit more of a sensitive stomach, I would try to avoid a lot of that gluten. And unfortunately, carbohydrates tend to kind of live in that family. But what they are going to give you, because it's that pea crunch in that beautiful protein, is they feel and look, and I'll bring them up one more time because I have hundreds of new people that have just joined in. Hi, everybody. I'm happy that you're here. I'm going to just turn this light so you can see. And I'm going to turn this real quick too. Guys, I hope this whole thing doesn't fall apart on me. There we go. I think I did it. And on the inside, this. So when I say they're ooey gooey goodness, they melt in your mouth. They are so delicious. It's not just a little bit of crunch. If you're someone who's struggled with, okay, I love crunch, but I'm not doing well with a lot of carbohydrates, my blood sugars seem to kind of be off, and you just got things like that going on, this is going to help maintain an even blood sugar, help maintain even energy, easy to digest protein. There is everything to love about them. And usually, in my mind, and what I've found when I'm shopping, because I've been in health and wellness for a long time too, is when I find proteins and protein bars that do a lot of great things, they taste horrible. They taste chalky. They've got a white cast to them. They're not good. They're not healthy. These are not just protein bars. And I want to continue to remind everybody of that, because we can get very lost in just talking about the proteins and the sugars. They are gut support. They're gut health. They're gut immunity. They're your superfoods. They're the protein that you didn't eat that day. They're your vitamins. They're your minerals. They're your fruits. They're everything that a lot of us just can't fit into a day in a bar that tastes fantastic. Both of them on Suzanne's website have around, I think, like 1,200 customer choice reviews, and they're almost all 5-star. So they're really, really, really popular and super high reviewed as well. So I'm still talking about ice cream, you guys. Oh, Lillian says your mom and your daughter are so sweet. Oh, loving the view, True Caviar. Yes. Mm-hmm. True. The view here is so gorgeous. I was up earlier and I was watching sailboats, and actually when the sun was rising, I was already up and watching sailboats come across, and it was so gorgeous. And now as we're here together, we'll hang out for probably about another 10 minutes. You're going to see the sky is just turning like cotton candy. Sour Plum, you would like a bi-monthly cooking show. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask about that. My parents looked incredible. Thank you, Wavy Dairy. I like that you get 10 full-size bars and this. Yes. I love that your family cooking show is only a few ingredients. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Reminder too, if you haven't used my coupon code is Heather20. Heather20 will get you 20% off. You guys, it's so hard to scan through these. The crunch is great. Thank you. My sweater is, somebody's asking where I got my sweater. I got this at Zara. Really inexpensive. I love a good deal. What would another good gut renew flavor be? I don't know. I know that we used to do something that was kind of coconut-like. I would like a vanilla. You guys drop a comment and let me know. What do you think a good gut renew bar would be? I know that right now, raspberry cheesecake. Yes, that would be really good. But I feel like if we did something in that vanilla family, then you could do like a peanut butter cheesecake swirl. You could do an Oreo cookie mix. I don't know. I think vanilla is going to be really good. Cheesecake would be a good one. Strawberry cream, chocolate coconut. You know what's funny? Butterscotch or vanilla. Usually when I'm reading stuff like this, I want to go grab candy. Like I want to go grab something and I think, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. And that sounds so good. While I've been sitting out here, I've not even had the equivalent of one full bar. And my friend and I are supposed to go out to dinner. I'll wait a few hours. That's what's so great is they have this like long lasting, slow released, sustained protein. And I apologize that I'm chewing and trying to talk to you guys at the same time. Ginger snap. That's a good one. I'm going to make sure that our product development team looks at this. Ginger snap, marshmallow. Yes. Somebody's talking now about words and how descriptive they can be. And when you guys hear somebody talking about food like that, do you get cravings? I used to. I did. But now that I have these, I don't get the cravings that I used to. I have more energy. My tummy doesn't gurgle. I'm not bloated. And if you have struggled with protein bars in the past, I think that these could be an excellent answer for you. Now, who wants to hear the airport story? I'm going to see if anybody wants to hear it. It's been awful. It has been awful. Somebody saying, I do. I do. Yep. You guys ready for the story? Good. Gigi. Yes. Well, I had the cooking show on Thursday night. Hi, Danny. Hi, everybody. So I had the cooking show and we had so much fun. That show, if you've ever done like any demonstrative cooking, you'll know that you're chopping and you're prepping. And I was at the grocery store. I think I started working at that show at like 9 a.m. Bailey and I were on the phone, and the recipes that I had already tried, so I knew what I was going to get. But just to kind of put everything in sync, and then she had to get the kids from school. So all day long, I prepped for the show, and I couldn't wait to do it because I'm not an excellent cook, but the balsamic vinegars and the olive oils are unbelievably good. And I hate to use that word, but they are so good. And so are the seasonings. If you can get the Provence seasoning, like if you can only buy one, buy that one. But so long story short, it was a day. And I live in Minnesota. So when I go live with all of you, it's 6:00 at night. So I had run around all day long. I had a great time. I was giddy with excitement. I couldn't wait for you to meet my grandkids and meet my daughter and meet my family. My mom and dad came over. Dave was there. Dave and Garrett are back in Minnesota, so I don't have those guys with me. I'll let them know how missed they were. So that show ended and we stayed out for an hour. We did 3 marinades. We did 3 2-minute marinades, 3 salads, and 3 fruits. We did all of those recipes in an hour while we were chatting with everybody. And we talked about, I think it was 4 olive oils and 5 vinaigrettes and 3 seasonings, something like that. So it was a frantic show. It was very busy. I took off for Miami the next morning at 6 a.m, which means that after that cooking show, I cleaned up the kitchen. I played with the kids a little bit, visited with the family, all the things. 3 a.m. was rough. I get up at 3 a.m. The first thing that happened is my Uber didn't show up. So at 4 a.m., I get in the car and I drive to the airport. I go and I'm kind of adjusting things, and I've got these little travel packs. Now and this is going to give the story away, you guys. Are you ready? I never, ever, ever pack my jewelry. I always carry it on. And I had a lot of really, really special jewelry that I was bringing because there's people that I see on these trips, there's appraisals, there's just things that I have to do. So I was bringing like some really special things. When I was at the airport, I accidentally, when I was shifting things around, just without thinking, it got tossed into my luggage. I travel almost every single week. I have never, ever, ever had my luggage broken into. Not one time. My luggage was broken into. My luggage was completely cracked open and all of my jewelry was stolen. So, you guys, I've had a really rough couple of days. I just want to be completely honest with you. I had a long gold necklace with my grandmother's thumbprint. My grandmother's name was Charlotte, and she was like a second mom to me. And on the back, it said, "I am with you always." It's from a company called Thummies, and it was probably one of my most cherished pieces of jewelry that was in there. I had a pair of earrings and a bracelet that a really, really, really close friend that I love very much gave me, and I was so sad about that. So anyways, it's not like the money and the things like that. That is what it is, but the memories and Murphy's Law, somebody just said, I couldn't believe it. I get there, I open my suitcase because I'm going to brush my teeth, and all of my clothes are everywhere instead of zipped and packed. And I thought, no way. And I reached my hand in and I pulled it out. My whole jewelry box was ripped open. So since I've gotten here, I have definitely pampered myself a little bit, tried to forgive myself for doing that because it was a mistake and an accident. They are actively looking for the person that did it. They feel like they could be closing in on it. So I'm cross my fingers for that. But you know what? It was a good reminder that never, like, nothing is that frantic or that crazy. So hold on to the things that mean something to you. Hold on to the memories. Things can wait 5 extra minutes. What it taught me and what I've been doing the last few days is kind of slowing down and decompressing and recognizing that if I'm 5 minutes late or if I'm 10 minutes late, I don't need to be so frazzled, because I would have rather been a little bit late than felt like I had to throw all these things there. And hopefully I'll get them back. So if you're the praying type, I would appreciate a prayer on that. I have certainly been praying, and the police officer that I'm working with has been incredible. He's been the nicest guy. They watched hours and hours and hours of footage. So I want to give a big shout out. If anybody there is watching, we were talking about what I was doing for a living. Yep, that's what somebody's saying. It's, you know what? It's only stuff. And that is so true. And I think, I think they're going to be found. What the person that took them doesn't know, what are the chances they would watch this? They won't. So what the person that took them doesn't know is, because my old job, when I worked at the shopping network, we worked with so many different jewelers, people that had great brands. And a lot of the things that I had would have like a little tiny personalized touch. Nothing big, nothing that cost me any more money. But just to kind of do something a little special, they would add like one different colored stone or something. So they're very, very identifiable. I would say at least 60% of what was stolen is going to be easy to identify. And my grandma's thumbprint, I can call that company and have another one made. I already told the good friend that what happened, and guess what the good friend said? The good friend said, that's okay, it's only things. And I love you, and we're still friends. And they were super forgiving, so that was nice. So while something terrible happened, it also taught me how people show grace and how people show up for you, and that it's okay to do that for ourselves. So if you're not a person that's good at showing yourself a little bit of grace, because trust me, the first day, there's a lot of tears, a lot of crying, a lot of, I can't believe I did that. How could I be so blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, oh, well, we all do things. So it was nice. Health is wealth. Somebody says, yes. Oh, I've heard from so many people, and I think I've told maybe 4 or 5 people at home, and they're like, I get this feeling that you're going to get these things back. And somebody says, I will believe, hold on, who said that? You'll get them all back because you are innocent. Well, it was definitely an innocent mistake. I didn't mean to do that, and I always carry them on. But I tell you, I'll never do it again. That's for sure. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, you're all wonderful. I love it, love it, love it. You guys are all so kind and so gracious. And I've had one heck of a few days. I was tired when I got here. That happened. I usually show up and I'm in such high spirits. And I was so excited to get back on here and visit with you guys again. I found that I look forward to so many of you. I see so many of the same names, and so many of you are so nice. Gigi, Joanne, Cindy, tons of you have been really welcoming. And I know that for a lot of others, change is hard. And I just have to forgive that. So I hope that anybody that's watching that is also forgiving of that, because not everybody processes change the same way. And hopefully they'll end up finding their way and finding somebody that they enjoy watching, and a process that keeps them close to Suzanne's products and still has them enjoying it, because they enjoy to deserve, they want to enjoy what they watch too. So I certainly forgive them. If I'm not everybody's cup of tea, that's okay. You learn that at a young age. And when you work in TV, you really learn that. You guys, you are also wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Will I keep you posted? Hold on, now I got to do this. Somebody, because what's happening? Will you keep us posted about other live shows? Yes. Have a tequila for yourself and one for Suzanne too. Oh, you guys have the best comments. Somebody says, I looked your daughter up on Instagram and she's adorable. Gabriella, yes, thank you. She just turned 25. Lillian, best idea. I think I will have a tequila. Robust Mustard says, first time I've watched your show and I really enjoyed it. Thank you. That means so much to me. I really, really love that. Thank you. Thank you. Wise Drink says, good attitude. Brave Bisque says, I'm enjoying it. A lot of people still asking about changes before me. I know, guys. I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to be here. Yellow. Who say yellow and tequila? You guys are great. Thank you. Wise Jelly, Wise Dunk. Thank you. I love you all. How do you keep your hair so well? It's a hot mess back there. As long as I'm being like that real transparent show. Right now, I have 3 days of messy hair, of like being out in the sun, a little bit greasy. I picked up some dry shampoo, put the dry shampoo in it. Here was the game changer. After you dry shampoo, you take a blow dryer to it and then take a brush that is not bristle, but like a boar's head, like a soft brush. Do a soft brush over the top layer. Doesn't matter what it looks like underneath because you're only going to see the top. Lean your head back, pull it up in a ponytail. My hair took me under 2 minutes to do. So for those of you that love beauty, there was one more beauty hack. And I hope you can join me on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be a jam-packed show. We're going to talk about beauty. We're going to be doing makeup. I know a lot about makeup and beauty because before I worked in television, I was a TV shopping host for 15 years. But before I worked in television, I was also a model and I worked on camera. I just did like little Target. I would work like Target and Finger Hut and Sears. Wasn't walking the runways of New York or anything like that, but in Minnesota, it kept me busy. I started that when I was 8 years old and I did that. Well, I actually did my last modeling job, I think about a year ago. So if there are a few things that I really know inside and out, it is good makeup, makeup that's good for your skin, makeup that has your skin looking healthy and glowy and beautiful. And as we age, it can be very difficult to get a youthful glow without having something that settles into fine lines and wrinkles and without having something that looks like it's a glitter or a shimmer. So that's going to be my focus for Wednesday. I'm going to show you how to have makeup that's healthy for your skin, that lasts a long time, that isn't like heavy, how to layer it to make it last, and then how to have a skin look that just looks like you're kissed by the sun. Not overly made up, but like you've got a candlelit, like soft, think of JLo, like that kind of really dewy, beautiful skin. That's what we're going to work on Wednesday. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for hearing my story. This really is like, you guys are the best community. I think I needed this chat tonight more than you guys did. So thank you so much. The lipsticks. Yep. The lipsticks are back. They are back. I am so excited. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No, the coupon code is for existing customers. I believe you can use the coupon code only once, but it's not just for new coupon or for new customers, definitely. So coupon code is Heather20 and it will take 20% off your first order. Okay, somebody says, have a great time on vacation. Da, 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 da. Oh, represents a product. It should only be one business, not several businesses. That's okay, kind spinach. I'm going to address that comment because I've had a lot of people ask me about that. So if I go into my cabinets and I look at my clothes, if I look at my groceries, and if I look at my skincare, my shoes, anything, I don't only shop with one brand exclusively. And I don't know anybody that just shops with one brand either. I was a home shopping television host for 15 years. And in that 15 years, I worked with over 3,000 brands. And I loved the job. It was great. That's where I met Suzanne. When I decided to leave that industry, I left because I didn't want to sell everything. That's not who I am. It's not what I do. And I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. So I started my own company and I work with only brands that I authentically love, that work for me at my age for what my needs are. I will tell everybody, I'm super transparent about like leaky gut, menopause, all of these things. I try to be really open, but I don't only use one brand. So I don't only talk about one brand. In the world of beauty, to me, to be standout, extraordinary, beauty, health, wellness, you have to be like, you've got to be a trailblazer. You've got to have a huge science and research department. I want true clean beauty. Suzanne's is not only clean beauty, but it's also toxic free, certified toxic free. So 25 miles upwind or downwind of any toxins that are being used. The other brand that I work for, because there's only two in this kind of genre, is Beekman 1802. It's a very similar story, almost the exact same. Slightly different stories, different backstories, different ingredient stories, but trailblazer, founders still involved, family-owned businesses, products that if I ran into you at the grocery store, I would walk up and I would say, hey, buy this. That's what you should try. So that's why I represent several brands. I also work for a countertop company because I think they're the best in the world. So while I respect you saying, oh, I don't think you should sell more than one brand, I use more than one brand. And so far, I feel like I've done a pretty good job. Also, both companies are fans of each other. So when one of us shines, we all shine. And that's what both companies are totally about kindness as well. And kindness goes a long way. So, all right, guys, I have to go. I have loved you. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, somebody says, I love Beekman products. They're super good. Somebody says, you're so kind and graceful when responding. Thank you. I mean, if we're not kind, right, what are we? What can we be? Life is too short. No way. I'm not going to be that way. I always had this thought and this saying, I won't let somebody else's character change mine. And everyone's entitled to a bad day. And people get to feel how they feel. I don't know what their backstory is, but doesn't need to change my day, and it doesn't need to change how I feel. And tonight, I feel so grateful for all of you. It's been a rough few days. I didn't know how I'd feel coming out here tonight, and you guys made me feel really good. So thank you. I appreciate the prayers and the thoughts. To anybody still shopping, do stuff. Still got to do my job, that's for sure. Heather20 is your coupon code. Gut Renew bars. I brought them with me on the trip because they're great for travel. I'll just recap them as I sign off. They're plant-based protein. You're getting between 13 and 15 grams of protein. Plant-based protein is all about easy digestion. These are not just a protein though. They're your protein. They're your energy. They're your superfood. They're your digestive enzymes. They're your prebiotic, your postbiotic. They're your replacement for your candy bar. They're your afternoon snack. They're the sweet treat. I wouldn't be out here with them if I didn't think that they were so good. I also hand choose a lot of the products that I do with this company. So I'm picking the things that I think are the absolute best of the best. And I do love our beauty and I do love our body products. So those are going to be coming down the pipeline. I just want to make sure that I'm up to speed on all of them. Heather20 is the coupon code. Thank you. I can see lots of you are still out there watching. I really, really appreciate you. I'm coming back Wednesday night. I will be right here in this same setting. The lighting is going to be great for makeup, by the way. And I'm going to do a beautiful, like glam, kind of soft, glowy makeup look with all of Suzanne's products. If you want to buy early because you're using the coupon code tonight, what I'm going to showcase is concealer, foundation, pressed powder, shimmer eyeshadow, but we're not only going to use it as eyeshadow. We've got that glow stick that's really pretty in a color that is sunrise. All the lipsticks are back in stock, mascara, and I'm going to give a lot of beauty tips on how you can have long-lasting, dewy makeup that doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles, doesn't look glittery, and it doesn't look overdone for summer. That's what's coming up on Wednesday. Okay. Mwah. I adore you all. Thank you so much for spending your night with me. And I feel so much better than when I sat down to start the show. So the prayers are working, and all the kindness that you've shown me tonight is working as well. Pick up your bars, and I'm going to come back and I'll shop with you all on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.